Alright, time for a sketchbook tour. This is one of my very first sketchbooks, and it has mostly pen and ink drawings, hence the title of this video. I think this was a 110 GSM Bristro sketchbook, so nothing fancy, but let's see what kind of art I used to create back in the day when I had much more free time on my hands. So on the first page, here's a little sketch of Kota Sensei. And yeah, this is an Inktober drawing. I used to be really passionate about Inktober. I think it's mostly useless now, but anyway. This was my very first attempt at creating an original fan art. And by original, I mean that I didn't use any kind of reference for it. Let me know what you guys think about it. And here's another Inktober drawing. I mostly used a ballpoint pen for it, which is why you can see some glares. Next is a drawing of Guts from Berserk. And for this one I used a dip pen with, I think, the smallest nib, which is why I was able to get all these details in place. Yeah, it looks really cool though. Next we have Johann Liebert from Monster. Comment below how many of you recognize this character, because it's a really underrated anime. This was a failed attempt at drawing Volley, which I turned into a success on the next page. And yeah, this is also drawn mostly with a ballpoint pen. Next we have an attempt at drawing Light Yagami. I don't think it turned out that great, but anyways. This is another Inktober drawing. Yeah, I guess I tried to create some kind of comical effect here, but yeah, it's childish. This is just a practice drawing, nothing fancy here. Yeah, this is one of my very favorite, I guess, micro illustrations, because it's so fucking small, and mostly drawn with a ballpoint pen, because you can get really fine lines with a ballpoint pen. Next is a drawing of Naruto and Sasuke. It was really fun practicing shading on this paper. I think I should get this same sketchbook again, because it's really fun to draw the pencil on this kind of sketchbooks. And next we have two of my very favorite drawings. I was really proud of them when I made them. This is Genos from One Punch Man, and this is a page from the manga Vagabond, which is a story about a samurai, Miyamoto Musashi. And yeah, look at all these details. It really took a long time to get this one done, but it was really satisfying to draw, because it's really fun to draw with a pen. And next we have another drawing of the same character from before. And yeah, some failed attempts, and 3 characters from Death Note. This was, I guess, a page from the manga itself, which I've recreated here, except for the fact that they didn't use any pencil for the shading in the manga, but I think it really looks cool with a pencil. What do you guys think? Next we have One Punch Man, and for this drawing I used a dip pen for the head and I guess fine liners for the rest of the body, and you can see the head really pops out, like, which is why in my last video I was ranting on about why dip pens are much better for inking. I guess a ruined drawing, but it was a sketch for Inktober. Another fan art of Johann, and cute girl from some random anime, I don't remember. And here is a drawing of Gintoki from Gintama. I used watercolor for this drawing. I guess I was happy with the results, but this wasn't the best paper to be using watercolor on, which I didn't realize at the time. And another watercolor drawing of the protagonist from Your Name, one of the ending scenes, I guess, which was pretty emotional and intense. Here is another drawing from a very underrated manga. I'm sure most of you won't recognize. It's called Bakuman, and it's from the same authors of Death Note. And it's about this manga artist. Two manga artists, actually. This one is more like the villain character. Another drawing of Genos. And what do we have next? Yeah, a drawing of L from Death Note. I was really proud of this one because it has some really crazy amount of details in it. And yeah, at the time it was pretty crazy that I was able to draw this. I've used mixed mediums here. I guess ballpoint pen for the clothes and just a pencil for drawing the hands and the face. Next we have another original composition. I just thought of practicing 3-point perspective, I guess, and then I placed these two characters in it, and of course they're racing to the finish, so it creates an interesting story. Next, here is a drawing of Dragon Ball characters. I think this was one of the covers in the manga. And here is a drawing of Pain from Naruto. Spider-Man illustration. I guess I just watched the new movie and got excited and thought of drawing it, but I don't think I was happy with it at the time. It could have been much better, honestly. This is a character from My Hero Academia, if I remember correctly. I don't watch that anime anymore. I never finished it. It seemed like too much of a ripoff to get into, so yeah. And this is another original fan art of this character from Tokyo Ghoul. Just a practice drawing, I guess. A drawing of Naruto, which was ruined by these ink marks, which happens when you use a dip pen, and yeah, you just have to deal with it. There's no other way around it. Another drawing of Gintoki and another watercolor illustration of Gintoki. A drawing of Ryuk I made with a brush pen, I guess, and then went on with some fine liners. I was really happy with how this came out. Next up we have, this drawing of Ratatouille. And if this does not inspire you to start drawing with a pen, then I don't know what will. I refuse to believe that this could be drawn any better than it has. I used a bit of pencil for shading the background here, but apart from it, it's entirely made with a ballpoint pen and I guess a dip pen. So yeah, I was really happy with it, and then I never looked back. I just went on drawing with pen and ink for the rest of my life. Oh yeah, I guess not. This was mostly made with a pencil, but I guess I made this drawing a few times, so This is my second attempt, and I did use ink for drawing his jacket, but yeah, this paper was pretty good to practice pencil on. I'm not saying this is good by any means. It would have been much better drawn with a pen still, but yeah, anyways. Next, we have a drawing of Midoriya from My Hero Academia, and this is a watercolor illustration of a scene from a really underrated anime, or anime movie actually, which is The Garden of Words. It is by the same director who directed Your Name, and yeah, you should give it a watch if you like watching anime movies. It's much better than most of the action movies and shit which you get all the time, like just Dragon Ball Z copied to a T. Another watercolor illustration which I was really proud of the manga Innocent, which is a really underrated manga series again. You should give it a read if you want. It unfortunately doesn't have any anime adaptation yet, but hopefully it would in the future, because it's a really great manga series. And oh, look at the fucking time, like this video was supposed to be 5 minutes. I guess I've stretched it too long, but I have a lot more drawings left. Well, let me know if you'd want to see the rest of it, but I guess I will wrap around this video for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed looking at some of my old drawings which I've made when I was just starting out, and hopefully this video inspires you to draw with pen and ink. So yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.